Waffle, come. Come here. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Up. Oh, that's a good girl. There you go. Look at her ears. You look like Dobby.
Hello everyone. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be rant style. This is Waffle. If you didn't know, Waffle, say hi to the camera. Say, hi, my name is Waffle and I just gouged my mom. Here, Waffle. Come here. Story time. So, Waffle is like very aggressive with her toys. That is a known fact. But when I first got her, I didn't know that, so I had bought her a bunch of like plushie toys. But since then, one by one, I have taken them away from her because she gets just a little too playful or chewy, and sometimes she ingests little pieces. She no longer has any plushie toys. She has like all rubber or like plastic, something that isn't dangly that she can like chew. But last night, she found one of her toys that's like a plushie toy, and she chewed on it while I wasn't supervising her, and she ingested a very tiny little piece from her toy. So this wouldn't normally be a huge issue because when she ingests like a little piece, she's generally kind of just like lethargic, she throws up, she poops it out, whatever, and then she's fine. Well, let me tell you what happened. So, a Waffle like throws up a lot. She has a very sensitive stomach. I had a thing about vomit before. I'm like a vomit phobe. But I've had to get over it very quickly because my dog, she vomits a lot. But last night, she vomited like 3 times, but I didn't see the piece of her plushie that she had swallowed, so I assumed that she would poop it out the next morning, which she did poop, but there was nothing in it. I know this is like kind of TMI, but I don't really care. Conveniently, I had booked her a vet appointment because I wanted to do like a wellness check to make sure that she was like healthy and happy, and also I needed someone to trim her nails because this girl hates getting her nails trimmed. She absolutely hates it, and she won't let me anywhere near them. And I figured, oh, well, let's get some professionals to do it, huh? Let's bring them in. So I bring her to the vet, okay? And they're doing it all contactless, so this is all over the phone. So I drop her off, and they call me, and they're like, hey, so on file we have that you're gonna do a wellness check. Is there anything else that we should know about today before we like do this check on Waffle? I'm like, okay, still the wellness check, make sure that you trim her nails. Last night she did ingest a little tiny piece of her toy, but generally like she passes it and I'm not really worried about it, but she also hasn't eaten breakfast today. So I said all of that. They immediately were like alarmists about it. They were like, okay, well, we think that we should do some x-rays. We think that we should do some blood work. She might need medication, la 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 la. Do you want us to do a cost estimate for you? I was like, sure, that would be great. I really want to know how much this is going to cost me. But at the same time, I felt like pressured. Like I couldn't just say, no, that's okay. I think I'll just take her and leave. Because like I'm young, I'm a first-time dog owner, and I can just tell when I'm in establishments like this, even at the adoption agency when I got her, people like sell me on things because like I don't want to seem like a bad dog mom. Like I don't want people to judge me. And so I just kind of go along with it. I'm like, okay, well, as long as I know how much it's going to cost ahead of time so that I can like prepare emotionally, you know? Basically, the vets are like, okay, here's the cost estimate. They estimated that it would be about $500. I was like, that is a lot of money, but whatever is best for her. If you think that this is what we should do, go right ahead. So they do the x-rays, they do the blood work, la la la. I'm waiting like 2 hours when they said originally it would take about 30 minutes. And I'm waiting in the parking lot and they call back and they tell me that they recommend all these medications and this and that they could see on the x-ray that like everything was fine, but that they would caution me to use these meds, la la la. So I'm like, okay, how much is it gonna cost? And basically they were like, well, if you do everything that we recommend, it's gonna cost you $669. And I was like, that's a lot of money. Anyways, so we all go ahead with it. And then right at the end of the call, I'm like, oh, also, I just wanted to confirm, did you guys manage to trim her nails? Because they're very overdue. Like her dew claws are like curled under, like very long at this point because she won't let me cut her nails. And so I was like, oh, well, at least if there's a saving grace from this day from hell, it's that her nails will be trimmed. No, they did not trim her nails because she was exhibiting a lot of signs of stress. Okay, here's the thing. I love their mentality at this animal hospital because they have this like no fear policy. So they're not the kind of people that are gonna like muzzle your dog and like force them down and trim their nails. Like they're not gonna do that. They have like this no fear policy where if the dog is exhibiting serious signs of stress, they kind of like lay off and they're like, okay, we're just gonna let them do what they gotta do. Instead, they adopt this no fear policy where if the dog is exhibiting serious signs of stress, they basically cease the treatment and they move on. So I guess, well, and I know firsthand because I've tried to trim Waffle's nails, she absolutely hates it. So they just tried to do one of her nails and Waffle was like not having it and they were just like, okay, we won't trim your nails. And I'm like, but why? I wanted you to do that. Anyway, so then on the phone they're telling me all this and I said like, okay, but how are we gonna trim her nails? Because like clearly you guys couldn't do it. If you guys can't do it, I obviously can't do it. And her nails are getting so long. Like we need to get this done. And they were basically like, oh, well, we included like a sedative in with your meds that you have to give to her. So you can book another appointment about a week from now to let her recover from this like traumatic experience. So book another appointment to get her nails trimmed and give her that sedative like 2 hours before. So they're gonna sedate her to cut her nails. And I had to pay for the sedative, and I'm gonna presumably have to pay for them to cut her nails, and I already paid them like about $700 to basically tell me that my dog is fine and she's going to pass this little piece of fabric that she ate. And they also just never gave me the results from her wellness check, which was the original purpose for the appointment. So I'm like, what? Anyway, so now, meds. This one is called gabapentin. I'm supposed to give her 1 capsule by mouth every 12 hours, starting this evening, and this is for abdominal pain, despite the fact that she's about to pass whatever she ate. This one is called sucralfate. I don't know what that is. Give half a tablet by mouth every 12 hours for 5 days, starting this evening. Give 30 minutes after food. There's more. This one's called Pepsid. Give half a tablet by mouth every 24 hours for 5 days, starting this evening. Give 30 minutes before food. There's more. This is Trazodone for sedation for nail trim. Give half a tablet by mouth the night before, and then repeat 2 hours prior to the appointment. Give with 2 tablets of gabapentin. So, oh, what is this? Oh, this is another thing. Serenia? Give 1 tablet by mouth every 24 hours for 2 days starting Friday evening, so tomorrow night. So, like, I got 5 different kinds of medications for my dog who ate a little tiny piece of her toy and is about to poop it out. Am I overreacting? Like, why does she need all of this? They also gave her an injection of like water, which I'm totally fine with because she didn't drink any water today and they thought that was what was best. They also gave her an injection of some kind of like anti-nausea medication because she had been like dry heaving this morning. But like, is this all really necessary? Like, it's a lot of drugs for a dog that's gonna be fine in a few hours. She literally, I brought her home, she ran inside and immediately ate her breakfast that's been sitting there all day. So I just don't know, like, am I overreacting? This seemed really unnecessary, but at the same time, I don't want people to think that I like don't care about my dog. So I was like, sure, just add it to the tab. And now I'm thinking like, I don't think I needed any of this. Has anyone else experienced this? Like, and honestly, I love this vet clinic and I really love all the staff there. The staff is entirely female, which was kind of important not only to me, but because Waffle has a thing with certain men, and I didn't want her to feel additionally uncomfortable because she's at the vet. I wanted her to like be happy. So I made an effort to find a place that had like predominantly female staff or completely female staff. And they were really great. Their services seemed really nice. And speaking on the phone with them, I thought they were really lovely. But now I'm like hesitant to bring her back because I think that I liked them and they liked me, obviously. I dished up $700 for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, am I gonna have to get a backbone? Is this like a normal thing? Are they gonna keep trying to sell me stuff? Or do you think that this was actually necessary for my dog? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so now she's happy as a clam, just sitting here with me, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I am a real Looney Tunes, okay? So, I am $700 broker. My dog is just fine. And, that's my video for today. I sincerely hope that I am not alone in this. And I also hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did. Please comment down below. Make my efforts not so much in vain. And I will see you next week for my next video. Hopefully we will be talking about books again. Okay. Bye everyone.